Great to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Missouri Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. From deep, it's Hudson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. At the 35, he's loose. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
The give is to Williams. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does, and I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic, is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. And you just mentioned the 2 guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Looking to throw for it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. When you face a blitz on 3rd and 1, there's a chance for a big play, but they didn't get rid of the football.
No, and you blitz because you're thinking, I got to stop the run. I got to make sure they don't get 1 yard, and the offense track.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Tells to fake. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Breaks into the open. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Driving forward, it's Hardy. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just a middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Simmons from the gun on third down. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Out wide left, it's Carter. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Oh, he got loose. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Powers inside. There he goes. Running inside the 20. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt.
Number 95, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Got out of trouble and throws. Swings it out to the flat. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Simmons. Buying a little time to his left. And it's incomplete on third down.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Left side is Simmons.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Hits inside. It's Danzy. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Snap in the shotgun. Complete on the left to Williams. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Gonna look downfield again. Buying time to his right. The throw. Out wide right, it's Williams. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right side, it's Lee. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 20,
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
number 95, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing Simmons. They're all over him. Working that left side. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Man, every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move.
It's a seam wide open. The 20. Touchdown, Tiger. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Texas Tech offense will take over. First and 10.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass. It's Hammond. Hit as he throws. Just got rid of that one.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Second down, gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Caught, it's Hudson. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he gets it away.
I'll tell you what, it's so nice to speed that clock up with the quarterback. Hit him early, hit him often. Those shots start to add up. That thing comes out all over the place.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Here's Simmons to throw. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Simmons. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's start with Memphis taking on the number 23 team, the USF Bulls.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first.
There he goes. Inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. Knocked down immediately.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Swats it away.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hammond.
And how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. Now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Simmons timed him perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Finds him out of the backfield. And he is stopped short. The defense gets it done on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll run him again. Turning it on. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give is to Williams. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. After run, now throw. Fires to the middle. Just gets rid of that one.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, in college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that play.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Sets his feet. It's Hammond. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Just keep slinging it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Making the adjustment on the play. Throwing Simmons. Quickly complete. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse.
Woo! Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Out wide right, it's Hardy. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue. Move it.
Here's Simmons to throw. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
From the gun, give to Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Missouri wants to go fast.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Out wide left, it's Lee. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Rush is on, and he gets rid of it.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Simmons. Move to his right. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And after that missed field goal, can these guys take advantage and go down and break this tie? Right side, it's Coleman Williams. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking for a crease to the left.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. All over him immediately. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They march 72 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Simmons. Short pass. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
They get a huge play offensively, and now in this 2-minute situation, you got to think about clock management, right? When are we spiking the ball? We got to be throwing to the sidelines, get guys out of bounds, save some clock. We're trailing, but we've got a chance to win. We just got to be smart with the clock management.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Austin Simmons firing again. Looking left. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Gets the back moving. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Finds a man by himself. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And after that big completion with no timeouts, you need to clock it right now. You need to spike the ball, save some clock, knowing you've got to throw this ball into the end zone, give yourself a chance to win.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They'll send the back in motion. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Under pressure, trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Oh, pressure's coming. What a way to pick up the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock when you need to get into scoring position.
And, man, the fans were holding their breath. One possession game, a chance to continue to stay alive, and they just get it. How about the awareness? Nice job knowing where the first down marker is, and the QB taking off on the big fourth down and giving these fans some more life and some more hope.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And now you got the one final play, right? Like this is, you've dreamed about this. You've tried to put yourself in this situation. You're down a score. You've got to make something happen. What's your go-to play? Who's your go-to player? And
a shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's a nice play by this defense. Nice job getting the hand on the football, getting the bat down, and now all the pressure goes on the other side. This offense, third and long, got to protect your quarterback up front. Give him enough time on this third down and long situation to make a play down the field.
Simmons from the gun on third down. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff folks very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
That's good.